say before the white people come to take over, and people niggas was just eating and whatever they hungry, they just eat. I think I'm saying like I said that a cup of water shit, say that shit. Yeah, that ain't that really made no sense. You know, like coming from a workout regimen kind of thing, too. But basically, what nigga was saying was, you gotta listen to your body or pay attention to your body, because if you drink a gallon of water a day, might be hurting you more than freaking helping you. So he's saying, so like, it's like certain things you eat, you gotta like watch how you treat your body, watch how your body reacts to it, and then you know what it's gonna feel. You know what I mean?
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah, and I don't think because some ones wake up hungry, some ones fucking don't.
Exactly. I was just having a conversation with someone today.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't eat breakfast all the time.
We can talk about that.
Breakfast is my me and we regard now, you know. Breakfast is my thing. Like, I eat breakfast when I feel like, and then too, I feel like a lot of things we eat. Well, I know a lot of things we eat in the morning ain't like I don't think it's credible for us to go throughout the day. Heavy breakfast, like grits.
So we supposed to start with
light things, yeah, like
fruits, little fruit and little.
I read something that say you supposed to always start off your morning with warm water and lemon.
You know what's crazy? I started doing that because I said that shit on TikTok, dude. Like I say hot water, that shit really good for you.
I don't do it hot. I do either room temperature or a little bit warm.
I always drink warm water in the morning to work on the water because I be like cold water make your stomach great.
Yeah.
So I also drink warm water, but I started to do it a little warmer, not hot like tea, but just a little warmer.
Fruits, yeah. I deal with the fruits in the morning. I try to have a smoothie or something like that. Now some mornings I do wake up hungry for real, and I just have to, you know.
But even like some evenings you don't be hungry when it's time for dinner.
It's another thing. Do you ever look at an American style breakfast? Their diet on the breakfast scale, packed with sugar. The cereal, pancake, a lot of high carbs too. A lot of bacon, egg, all them things. Our breakfast on the whole full of carbs.
Yeah, grits,
tuna, mackerel, what else?
What about
Johnny bread, sauce.
What about a nice bowl of sauce in the morning?
Sauce, I don't think sauce bad. Now, what the one is now? Stew it. Yeah, that's stew fish.
Stew chicken.
What about boiled?
I think that bad, you know.
Okay, the stew because how they make the actual thing I'm supposed to do it.
But for me, it's just it's more so of like eating so early. Like why the fuck you think you're gonna get up 7 o'clock in the morning, eat something like a big meal?
Yeah.
That don't make sense to me. I normally eat my meals around 11 o'clock. So if I do have breakfast, it'll probably be around 10.
You know what's crazy? I like to do the same shit. I like to eat like around 11 o'clock because I feel like the later I eat, it can hold me. It hold me longer. Like me personally, I try to ease above it now though, but like if I wake up in the morning, I just drink a cold Guinness, but that can hold me till about 12 o'clock, boy. Like swear to God, just drink that Guinness. I mean, I try to ease up because I don't get the stomach, but yeah. My coworker said before, cold Guinness in the morning is like a hot cup of coffee, boy.
I ain't know about that, buddy.
They got Guinness good for you though.
It's alcoholic, bro.
Guinness? I think Guinness is raise your blood pressure.
Not for everybody. Everybody in the scene.
Right.
But my old man been drinking Guinness his whole life, boy. I sure, and he's all that. I sure he know all the blood pressure issue.
Every time I drink Guinness, more than one at a time, I feel a tightness in the back of my neck.
That's you. Watch this. When I go to the doctor, I can drink 8 Guinness, bro.
I don't believe that shit with Guinness and sex. I don't believe that.
No. It's a mind. Everything is a mind thing.
Yeah, that's a mind thing.
When I drink Guinness, I go to the doctor and she take my blood pressure. Oh, your blood pressure is fine. But I just get cold with. So I might be slightly, I might have some anemic shit.
Yeah, iron might be low.
But Guinness, that's what the Guinness is helping with it, right?
I don't know, bro. That's what they say. But the Lord is, you really believe that?
I don't know to believe.
I don't know, but
I just know
shit going on now, bro.
I do agree that whatever you do eat or whatever you intake in your body, watch how your body reacts to it, and that'll let you know where to go from there.
You find now that like this year, like year and a half, they've been finding a lot of strange, like they've been unraveling some new things, like some new findings, different species. This weird shit been going on. Like a lot of UFOs, they're claiming to find or been spotted places. Like you notice that trend now? More so than anything? I see they had in some situation they had in Phoenix. Yeah, I think it was Phoenix. Was it Phoenix or Vegas? Vegas, one of them. Where this family claimed that they saw this large object hover over their yard. Then it was like a big flashing light. And all this happened in a day. It was like a big flashing light. Everything went out in the house power-wise. And then they didn't really see things, but they heard a lot of like footstep and noise and running up and down the back of their yard and stuff like that. Vegas, right? Yeah, that happened in Vegas. That was earlier this year. Maybe like 2-3 months back.
One family said this?
Yeah, that's a family. That was a big investigation. I heard they called the police. Yeah, it was a big situation that went down. It's just weird now that I seeing like a lot of stories on UFOs and you know what I mean. And people don't really believe in that UFO shit, but trust me.
I don't know how you feel about it either.
I think it's pretty arrogant to think that you're the only species or we the only species on this planet or in the universe.
I just feel as if like
one of these universes.
If we ain't the only, why we ain't find them yet? Why they ain't find us yet? I
think we have. I think some of them amongst us.
You think that Man in Black shit like you mean like Man in Black?
I think I do. I'm starting to believe that now.
We got some weird looking people in the world, but I think they aliens.
More and more, I'm starting to believe that theory.
I think they aliens. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean,
not even that. Like half of the ocean ain't been discovered yet. We don't know what's in that ocean.
I saw this thing on TikTok where they had this aerial view of some parts of one coast. I can't remember where it is, right? And they zoom in, and they see this megalodon shark. And they saying that shit real. I'm like,
I don't know if I came in here and told you all about the movie that I watched.
Not Meg, 49, something like that.
No, last August. I think was it last August? Nope. The movie's called Nope. It's a Jordan Peele movie. Okay, he directed it.
Right.
It's called Nope. Apparently, it's about the Oberman. Because the song, the Oberman.
I remember you saying that. You were saying the Bahamian songs. And
yeah, I remember that was in the movie.
Right.
Now, in this movie, it was like this big. It looked sort of like an octopus, like it used to make different shapes. It would look like a UFO, then it would look like a big octopus or cloth in the air. Yeah, like a jellyfish, right? They just show a video on TikTok 2 days ago. This big ass octopus look exactly like the thing on Nope, which is going around like hovering over people. And anytime it catch you in the light in the movie, it would take you up, devour you, spit you back out. And they just show a video of that on TikTok 2 days ago in the sea. The exact same thing.
So you mean you shit real?
I like for the past 10 years now, I've been saying a lot of these movies have something to do with the truth.
I agree. They telling you what's behind it right in your face, but we just saying, but that's something weird to think of. No, this shit real, bro. Everything they getting these ideas from, bro. Real life events, bro. Guaranteed.
That's like The Simpsons.
Oh, man.
Boy, that's a difference. That's something else.
That's like The Simpsons.
I don't know. That's some kind of inside. I don't know what the hell that is, bro. That shit do on point.
That's
but they had a picture with Jay-Z wearing a shirt with Jay-Z on it with locks, bro.
Yeah.
Free weirdo, bro.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Nah, Jay-Z get locks, bro. We're like, come on.
Fox.
They got Trump coming down the fucking what you call it? Yeah? No, when he's coming down the thing, I'm leaving.
Welcome to episode 51 of the 2 for 2 podcast. I'm your host, Rivers. Here today with my amazing friends and co-hosts. Banks is here, Tom is here, Humphrey's here. Sean isn't here, but she's with us in spirit, and we continue to keep her in our prayers, her and her family. We got a bunch of other people here. Nai was here, Tali was here. Who else is here?
Cairo
was here also. They stepped out. But Yeah, what's going on? How you been? How's your mental health? You look good. You in your shorts. Your tie's out. Hoochie daddy. Hoochie daddy in the day. first time I ever seen your legs out, buddy.
On the ball, yes. Because over here, I dog up ball.
Ripping with the plastic.
Sunday.
I probably go try and make this Sunday.
Yeah, but summer, man, I got my shorts on. I ready for summer, you know?
I got you.
Girls, sometimes they want to see my legs. They like the part, though, you see?
You power though? As
For the
a
gal-
man?
for the
You
gals.
comfortable with that?
Boy, woman love that. He was a dummy. Woman love that. I tell you now for all the
Man.
guys watch it. What? But you know how much compliment guys give me for his walk? He was a fool, eh? But guys love that I barred though. Love.
I know, but that.
Especially old heads.
I do sure, but that's all I can tell you. I think that looks sexy on girls. I
Boy,
can't have the same thought about men.
love our daddy's walk. Them old heads be telling me to work all the time. Boy, you barred though, you know that? They want some of the dog, but they like barred though. I don't know.
But there's a lot of they say people who have power to women. It's
Well,
of a type crab you
I
walk.
barred though one slightly bow leg. It's my old man bow leg. So I got a little bit of both. Guys like that shit, boy.
So you basically just walk down the street looking retarded.
Pretty much.
I never realized that though.
Pretty much.
I
look
never
like-
realized
I look like
the
I'm
part.
falling down. My leg figured
You
up.
probably the first man I know power to.
No, I don't remember. Meet you from Taylor Street. Meet you from Badu.
No, I ain't sure what it is. I ain't sure what it is. But yeah, what's going on though? What you been up to?
As you can see, I brought the kids out.
Yeah, you see
Well,
you
the
hanging
kids
with the
are-
kids.
And summer, I summer dad. I got the whole summer with the kids. Other than that, thing about ways to make money, boy. I gotta get this money.
You've been having the same phrase for the past 3 years now.
I
you come
scared
up with?
I scared to do something illegal. I think that's the only way to get money, right? That's the only way to get money.
Well, I don't think nothing wrong with doing something illegal.
Just
don't come on, just don't come on here and talk with it. That's all. 'Cause, buddy, I can tell you one thing. He called me Little Gunner. Oh man,
I like our new album though. I like our new album.
we need to talk some music because we ain't talked music on this pod in a long time. You heard who came up with the album?
Rollo.
Travis Scott. Travis Scott had a new album. I didn't listen to it yet.
Oh,
I downloaded it.
I saw a thing on TikTok say you play it for 1 second. So that's the hardest album ever. That's how he finds it. He finds what devoted to him. All I gotta do is listen to the first beat over hardest album ever.
Well, you know he have a cult fan base for sure.
I see a boy had him up on one performance he did, ASAP Rocky.
Yeah, he's
I didn't know they's beefing or had an issue.
two of them used to fuck. I mean, well,
Well,
Travis used to fuck Rihanna.
I just learned as well. Rihanna,
Yeah.
so Rihanna's in the industry, all that.
I
That's like 4 or 5. That's like 5 niggas in the industry we
Basically.
know about.
mean, but certain girls you could give a pass to. Rihanna's one of them.
Why she get a boss?
She got fucking money. What you mean?
What?
She
I don't care how much your horse she is.
What?
She have money.
Wait,
What?
all the gals in the industry was all except Lori. Mariah Carey, they say Mariah Carey's little Badu. I mean, they ain't get Rihanna money, but they got money,
Oh, sorry.
When Nick run up on Mariah, Nick ain't had the money. Nick became the daddy. He's saying, nah, he said Nick with all the money.
Yeah.
That while now all the other little business ventures, that's what getting me money. But
Right? I don't, but Rihanna don't get a pass.
so she's still a horse.
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, she's a good horse. She only got 2 babies. She only got 2 babies. So Rihanna.
Well, she have it by one person and she married. So
They married?
Yeah, they married.
They married?
Yeah, because I think that was the tweet.
When?
When happened? They married, boy?
That's what he said. He said in the tweet, don't speak about his wife. Or something like that.
Necessarily could mean they literally married.
I don't know. I'm only going by what he say. So if he say that's his wife,
That's his wife.
that's his wife. I only could go by what he say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, some women gotta get a boss too.
Who else we give the pass to in the industry then?
Who we know, like
Jennifer
sleeping around.
Lopez.
See, but then I can't say that about J-Lo because J-Lo is married. Like
Boy, J-Lo grind playing niggas in the industry though, bro.
who?
J-Lo's a grind. P. Diddy. She's a grind. Aaron, the nigga she's acting, she's acting Ben Affleck again now. She's a grind Ben Affleck. P. Diddy, What the nigga baseball nigga?
No, she's
A-Rod.
She's a serial dater. Like
The nigga she's married who she had twins for. All these niggas she's been with.
she's married to most of them though.
She's married to one nigga, bro.
No, she had like 4
J-Lo
or
was
5.
married to one nigga.
No, J-Lo had like 5 different marriages.
J-Lo was married to one nigga. Google friggin' it.
I think she had more than one husband.
Man, your phone right there, please.
Jennifer Lopez.
Because we love to spill this narrative on the podcast and never have facts to back it.
Jennifer Lopez was married to one nigga.
J-Lo is married at least 3 times. 3 or 4 times. I'm positive of that. Quite sure.
I'm just kidding. She up.
She got 2. Oh, you right. Motherfucker.
Thank you.
Oh, she just married your boy.
Yeah.
She just married your boy. She's checking him though. She wasn't married to him. She's married to one nigga named whatever the hell he named. Then she's married to Chris Judd from 2023. I mean 2003. Mark Anthony's the nigga I talking about. She's married to that nigga for 10 years. That's what she'll turn with.
I can need to get me some of that.
And then after Mark Anthony, she just married Ben Affleck. Shit, and she's only get 2 children.
So how much? 3 marriages,
1,
right?
2, 4.
4 marriages. I told you.
So when she's checking, did he?
Back in the
She married
late
this nigga.
90s.
The first marriage was 97. She's checking, did he even think it was alive though?
Who?
When Puff was no Puff, Biggie.
Biggie?
No.
They was going like around 99, 2000.
Okay.
Around that time.
Okay, that's all good because she divorced from this nigga, the first nigga in 98, right? And then she married the second nigga in 2001.
What's the craziest thing someone ever done, like a girl ever done to try and get you back?
I know it's to get me back.
Well,
you know, like I was together, but I don't think that was to get me back.
you don't think it was? Or to get your attention then?
Nigga, that.
That?
Yeah,
like, you mean the
stalking,
situation with the law?
Yeah, the stalking thing, the stalking thing. The call on my phone and shit. I got a video on my phone, 31 seconds, just fucking no call ID. Stalking me, coming on my house during pandemic, coming my with the hand me fuck. Move around by me.
So,
Like shit like that.
so we ain't gonna skip past that now. We ain't gonna skip past that. We ain't gonna skip past the part of you saying the person come to your window there you fuck.
Yeah, but
How do you know that?
I had an inside source.
So someone tell you,
Okay, that's like me and you tight.
divulge the story, please. You don't have to call names, but divulge the story.
The person who was doing all this had someone that he's confiding in, right? And as they would confide in this person, the person would come and tell me.
Oh, okay.
Now, I would never believe the person, but the person said to me that hey, okay, since you don't believe me, she can do this at this date, at this time. I sat in my car, in my yard, in the nighttime, like slouched down. And so said, so done. They tell the person that me what color car and what time, wait. And when I sit down in my yard, the people in Royal Bahamas, in the same color car at the same fucking time. So from that point on, anything she was telling me, I was believing. And it was like, she'd leave a note on my car even. Like, it's a lot of crazy shit, but like, I had a lot of women do a lot of crazy shit. I had a woman try to clip me with that car and they tell me they kill me if I leave them. Like, I had some shit, bro.
All this was you thinking to get your attention or try to get you back, or you don't know?
What else?
Especially with the car situation, the
Right.
clipping car. That sounds like they're trying to kill you.
If they got up and know that's because we got that shit. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I had a lot of crazy things, but I had someone fake seizure in front of me, like shit, like had me scared of this can die for real.
The craziest thing I think I encountered was the fake pregnancy thing. I had that on 2 different occasions
With
the 2 different women.
damn,
But I don't think that's bad. I don't think that like super.
that's almost regular now.
Yeah, that's almost
normal.
like that's a normal thing.
Real.
You know what's crazy? One of my boys had one of them, right? The guy going to the far as nigga throw a shower for her, bro. And she wasn't pregnant. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I had
Man.
I had the fake ultrasound pictures, everything.
Fuck, they lying you right now?
Yeah, I give them money.
I ain't like, it depends on who you is, but if you come to me, then you bring it, you get that money from me because I don't want that money.
But
Yeah, you get that money.
for
That's
that.
the quickest way to get money from
Come for
dollar.
that. I don't know. To be honest with you, I knew it wasn't real.
Yeah.
But I just wanted you to come out of my life.
Okay, that's what
So
I'm saying.
after that, you got nothing else to say.
Yeah, that's what you saying. I ain't fucking with you no more. I can't trust you no more, man. Come on.
So that was a funny situation. But
You ever had a female like try to harm you? Like, I said, guys, try to clip me with the guy. Like, yo.
Recent. Very recent.
Oh. My bad. Bad night.
Yeah,
Y'all gonna need to stop, but
But I mean, I ain't gonna, like, I didn't know. I mean, I know women are very, very emotional, right? But that should have turned into some deep. I know, boy. That's turned violent, boy.
That brings me to the story of Carly Russell. There was a parent that they had a missing person report. Her family or something. She was caught talking to one of her family members on the phone, claiming that she saw a baby or a child on the side of the road stop, and it was a tussle over the phone. So all her family heard was, or whoever she's on the phone with heard was, that something went down. After that, she wasn't heard from or seen for a few days. So they put out a missing person report. Come to find out that wasn't the case, and yes, it was fake. All right, so we have a special guest that joined us. Yes, she's finally here. We were trying to get her on here for a minute. Finally here to sit with us. Dia, how you doing?
I'm good.
Good?
I'm super good. How are you?
I'm good. Excellent.
That's good.
So how you been? What you been up to? See, you got some new music.
Yeah, what you were saying? Sorry.
No, I see you got some new music you brought out a few weeks ago.
Yes, I just dropped Anytime, which is a collaboration with me, Crabba Genius. He's the producer on the track. Super Swiss, Beach Boy, and RX. And they all from different parts. RX and Super Swiss is from Canada, and Beach Boy is from Miami. Crabba's from Jamaica.
Whose idea was it for all of you to collab on this?
Crabba Genius. Yeah, he's the producer behind the track. So he bring all of the artists together.
Right.
Yeah, he's actually a part of my management team as well.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So like, was it dealing with you guys all in the studio, or was you emailed some tracks to one another?
No, like first he sent the track and it only had the hook on it.
Yeah.
I climb this mountain for you. You can hear him?
You can turn it.
That's good? Good? Okay. Yeah, so he sent me the song with the hook on it. I had no idea who was going to be on the song. He just tell me write a verse. Because sometimes if it's artists that bigger than me, because I just starting to come up, he wouldn't tell me until I already do the track. Just so I don't have no level of,
Fair.
too much things in my head while I working. Yeah.
So, off camera, you said to us that you changing your style now.
Mm-hmm.
Where were you before? Like, for the people that don't know your music, or you know what I mean, like. What was your style before changing into this new floor?
I wouldn't say I completely changed. I just added on to I found a talent that I didn't know I had. So when I first started music, like for the last 4 years, I've been pushing rap. Okay. Very hardcore rap, trap music, international style rap, pop rap, stuff like that. Mostly hardcore rap, most of the stuff that I've done. I worked with Keisha Day, East Atlanta, Montana, Vaughn Trap, Slaughter, a lot of different artists on here. We made collaboration. Keith Zans was my producer for most of the time. So we was doing rap music. He's still my main producer, but during this time, before I changed, it was just me, Keith, and Universal Flow making music together. And then the Sunday, I got called with that after my brother died. I really was about to quit music, honestly. I was about to quit music, bro. I was about to quit music when they called me. Because I was eating Wendy's. I had a plan. I was going to do this whole NPO and stop music and go into like non-profit and stuff like that to try and make a difference with my brother's name. And then they called me with the song with Charlie Black, and that was it. Me and my team gone in the studio. We did it, and the song just gone crazy from there. So that style, now I have a big audience that want that style of music from me.
That's amazing. So funny how certain situations in our life inspire us, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So you say you was down and out, you was ready to quit
Yeah, babe.
every day.
Yeah, babe. Because I couldn't make no other music except for sad music. That's the only type of music I couldn't make. Just
Were your fans, were they feeling the sad music or like? Were they...
yeah, they was feeling it. Truthfully, when my brother died, I realized a lot of people that wasn't really for me.
What do you mean?
To
like
be
fans?
honest.
Or
Not really fans as well as, you know, people around you that also are brands and stuff like that.
right.
The type of case that my brother was involved in is like, ain't much people want to stand up behind it, really, especially when it first happened. So I think I started flooding. My fans were so used to me dropping freestyles and stuff like that. And then when my brother died, my whole angle of what I posted, but a lot of people stood by me. They used to send me messages, repost justice for Azario. But there was some people that, you know, had to get shared because if you ain't repost and you ran me or you want to hang out and this, that, and the third, you call yourself friend, but you scared to post because you don't want to affect your brand. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
that's branding is a serious thing in this industry, and you really see who for you and who ain't for you.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Situations come about. That's crazy. So you mentioned, but for the people at home, I know you mentioned your brother Azario Major. As we all may know, he had a tragic incident that took place December 26, 2021. And just walk us through that day for you, and like what was it like before hearing the news, and also tell us about like you hearing the news, or how did you hear what happened to your brother?
Well, before hearing the news, my life was just basically circulated around work and music. That's all I used to do.
How that day was for you, like
that day,
like were you,
I had COVID.
Really?
Yeah, I had COVID, so I couldn't see my family on Christmas. I went by the house, but they just brought the food outside.
You was quarantined?
Yeah.
You was actually quarantined?
Yeah. I had COVID, I was home. No, because I don't want to get my parents sick.
Right.
You know, my brother lived with my parents at the time.
Yeah.
My whole family lives. I'm really the only one that lives.
Oh, so you didn't live home?
No, I left home for my 17.
Okay.
So I've never been back home. If I've been there, it's probably like through transition, trying to find an apartment or something for like a month. But I never I left for my 17.
All right. So you was living by yourself at that time?
Yeah. At what time? The time my brother died?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was living by myself.
Okay. So you trying to recover from COVID, quarantining. Tell us, like, how did you hear the news of what happened to your brother?
My parents called me. I was sleeping, and I had a really bad headache. So I took some sleeping pills. They called me multiple times. I didn't hear the call. So I finally heard the call, answer the phone, and they was like, all these two police came to the house, and they said that Azario was in an incident with the police. So my dad asked them if he should, do you want me to bring him in? You know, what's going on? Because I could bring him in if anything. Where's he at? Is he arrested? Bop, bop, bop. They said nothing and they walked away. So my daddy them called me and they wanted me to go and find out what was going on. So I went on the road. This was about 12 o'clock. I went on the road. I couldn't get no information from police. I called one of my police friends and he told me that if that's what they say, because from they call me, I didn't know he's dead. Because
from your parents call you?
Yeah, from they call me. Because that type of visit from the police, if you familiar with it, and you know people who been through it when they don't want mention, they showing up in plain clothes, you know, random people, you can't see no badge number, incident, come to see the police at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock is just for them to confirm, for them to schedule you for identification. Right. So if you know, you know. Yeah. So when they call, I just went out desperately trying to find out. So we searched the internet and we found the fire trail shooting. There wasn't no information or nothing. There's a couple shootings that had shown up. They say, well, shooting going on a fire trail. So we figured that's where it was because he used to go there to get his hair cut. So went to Carmichael Road Police Station. It was logged, but they ain't had no name. Went to all the police stations. Same sad way. Went to CDU. the lady there, she was trying to help me, but she couldn't get no information because they turn over at 5 o'clock in the morning. So from there, she told me to come back at 5. So when she called her superior, she'd be able to get me more information. So I went to the PMH. They said no bodies had come in. So now I know something fishy. Like I didn't know something off. So we called the owner of the bar because we know him personally. He's our family. Okay. Called him. He said some story about Azario shooting up in the air and some foolishness he was running on with, and he gets shoot down on the road. That was the story that was, I guess, told to them to circulate.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was a consistent story. So I'm assuming we all know that's not true. So from that night, I was assuming it was a corroborated story, like that they put together for each other to corroborate. They tell this one to tell this. You know what I mean? Because once the streets start talking, streets talk and it's gone. Yeah. So that was the story he came with, and we just knew it wasn't true. So went back on the road. I was on the road the whole night. Couldn't find no information. Another police that came in about 5 o'clock that morning when she was supposed to tell me the information. He had a itchy attitude, you know? So
defensive. Yeah,
like a defensive attitude, and he was basically trying to tell her, you know, giving her this energy to not engage with me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So after that, after contacting a few friends, finding out that, you know, it was instructed for his name to be deleted out of certain groups, these type of stuff that was coming back to me, but we couldn't confirm who it was because there was no videos online. There's no information inside any of the police groups. Anything that was there wasn't there anymore. So there was this story about either it's a guy with locks or a guy with a short haircut. My brother had locks. So there was some sort of hope, you know what I mean? More so what I was holding on to for my family, because I got to come back home and I got to tell them something. So yeah, about 9 o'clock that morning, my dad had a friend too. He got the confirmation. And I got the confirmation from somebody else that it was Azario. And then 12 o'clock that day, I went to see my family, and then I went back to CDU because they wasn't able to go and meet with them because they said to come at 12. So I went at 12, met with the head of CDU, and he was trying to I look very young, and I have a certain look to me. So it's easy for people to
judge you already.
Judge me before I open my mouth. Right. So they expecting where your parents? They thinking I'm a little girl. Yeah. Because I had on one purple outfit, you know what I mean? So I go in there. He starts saying, he brings in a counselor. So, I see this extra woman, and I'm like, okay. This time I didn't desensitize because I know my brother dead. Y'all can tell me why. You know what I mean? So he started asking me about my parents, and I told him, you don't need to worry about my parents. I'm here. You should be worried about that. They can't handle this right now. So what is really going on? I told him that I knew my brother was dead. I knew that he was shot down by 4 off-duty police officers. I already had heard about the 45 shot shells on the road. We did then here. I did then been to the crime scene, take pictures of the crime scene. There was no shots in the direction of the bar. I already had heard where his car was positioned. So if he shoot, there would be something.
You had the intelligence to do all of this, even without knowing the entire situation.
Yeah, because I know my brother. Yeah. You know what I mean? And we know how the police force is. And me, I grew up in politics. My dad grew up running campaigns under the PLP. I grew up in politics. I know what corruption is. I know what be going on. You know what I mean?
So your antennas was up from the moment you heard?
From the moment I heard. Because the way they came to the house already suggested cover-up. If he did something, he dead. His ID in the car. It's a rental. Yeah. He signed the rental. You show up at 12 o'clock. Unidentified, you know what I mean? It already sus to me. And as far as me and my family was concerned, because we sat together, Like it was like 3:00 in the morning. My daddy wake everybody up. Everyone except my mommy, of course, because she can't take it. So we all sat down and, you know, we just kind of accepted that that's what it is because at this point we can't find him. So this was about 4:00. So after that, I met with him. They had a CDU at the time for some reason. And he started telling me that there was an exchange of gunfire, right? Now that's a different story than I hearing from the owner of the bar. He's shooting there. Like, what happened? You know what I mean? Because now he's not expecting me to have information that I already have. So he's frozen now. So he's saying certain things, trying to like, I don't know if you ever been interrogated by like an officer. They do this almost like this warm up to you thing, caress you thing. He was trying to do that.
Yeah. It's called it groom you.
Groom, yeah. Like sorry for your loss type of energy. And it's like, okay, let's talk about the real stuff. You know what I mean? I asked him, I said to him, I hope that you're going to do everything in your power to investigate this internally. Because if there was exchange for shots, I told him that you better hope gun residue is found because y'all done killed the wrong one because we ain't going to stop. And that was the day after Azario died. And I told him that it was in his best interest to investigate this case internally and effectively because we're not going to stop. And if anybody speaks to him, if he sees this, he knows I'm not lying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, y'all gone on for real.
But that speaks a lot to how well you knew your brother, though. Yeah. And you were so confident that the person that he was that y'all went forward this because you know that couldn't have been the story.
No.
That's amazing.
Because I know he can't shoot no gun. I know my brother, he don't like them type of things. He like to go out, have fun, chill, vibe, you know what I mean? He was a chill dude, cracking jokes. Everybody have their faults here and there, but you know who you dealing with. I know guys that get shoot down by police that I probably could say, maybe he put himself in a position to do it. Right. Maybe he didn't. You know what I mean?
Are they looking to charge all the officers involved or just... Because I know there was a particular story between your brother and one of the off-duty officers. Is that story true, first of all? Because he knew some information on this officer that...
Honestly, to tell you, I can't tell you whether that was true or not. Yeah. I only could tell you what we suspect because his phone was taken from the scene. So we have not reached the only thing we were able to discover, which also came out in coroner's court, which is one of the first things that we did after he died, actually, was hire IT tech to investigate. Because when we went to pick up his belongings, they said he had no phone. But he had a story online at 8:13. Y'all came to the house at 12:20, which means y'all came after the crime scene was closed up. Crime scene take about 3 hours. So that means he was shot by probably about 8 o'clock, but he just posts a story. So let's make it make sense. You know what I mean? And me and my family cut the same way. Like, we will dig and dig and dig. Like, once it don't make sense, like, Azario always have his phone, first of all. And he liked to record things. I wouldn't even be surprised if he had the phone in the guy's face that shot him in the door. Because that's how he is. He probably might have felt like if he hold up the phone, it might have, I'm not sure. But we can't say for sure whether they actually knew each other based on the nature of everything. It suggests that they knew each other. There's things that we suspect that I wouldn't speak on because we don't know for sure. But the fact that his phone was taken at the time of the shooting, we could see the whole trail where the phone was carried after the shooting because he hacked into the phone and was able to track. Not to find my phone. He was able to pin the phone as to where it traveled at what time and when it was turned off. Wow.
Oh yeah, I said that on the video.
Yeah. Okay. So that was a huge finding when we first found it. This was probably about 2 days after he died.
Wow. Y'all have all this information from day one.
We was picking piece information. We was getting piece.
Okay.
Yeah, because we ended up. They returned the car to Virgo, right? And we ended up getting news from someone that the car was there. So we rushed up there to see the car. The car was partially cleaned. This 3 days after the shooting, why the car Ian, because we wanted to see the car. We was asking them to see the car from inside CDU.
Yeah.
Because if this a live investigation, you're supposed to have the main evidence of the shooting.
Yeah, that's fishy.
You see what I'm saying?
Because they have a fatality in the vehicle. They have the vehicle for over 2 months.
Yeah.
3 days, they returned the car? No.
And the car was already back there. So we went there and we bought the car.
Oh.
Because they didn't want nothing to do with the car.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Virgo didn't want nothing to do with the car.
Based on what we observed. But just speaking to people around, you know what I mean? I can't really say that it's Virgo representatives. You know what I mean?
No,
People
but they sold you all the car. That's what I mean.
Yeah, they sold us the car because we came to buy it.
Okay.
So we bought the car, drove the car down to, when we saw the amount of shots in the car, it made sense with the 45 shells because we had no proof of none of this. All this was just
He say, she say.
he say, she say, stuff you collect off of whoever say this. Because one time I went, the day after he died, I sit in Jubilee, there's a little block on Jubilee where this fellow, he always outside. Always outside.
By the park?
So by the park. Yeah. So I went sit right on the Tingham. Just chilling, carry my vape or whatever. So he come and he pull up. And they say, man, you want to see that, you want to hear that shooting was going on up the road? Da, da, da. So then he starts saying, boy, they trying to say that nigga raised gun, but he ain't do none of that. And there was 2 sets of shots with liquor off. So it's the first time I hear about these 2 sets of shots. Now, these 2 sets of shots don't ring around until coroner's court. When we find out more information, because after we got the car, we brought down the people from California to analyze the ballistics. And based on the trajectory that he analyzed on how the bullets entered the car, and we didn't have the videos yet.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So there's bullets that entered the car from down below. There's bullets that entered the car from angles that kind of impossible. You know what I mean?
Like
but
he had to been sitting in the car, like sitting down, literally.
yeah,
in
he
the car.
was sitting in the car.
Right.
He was sitting in the car, but it's just the way that the car was shot up. It was weird, like because it was all shooting from one
Direction. How they stood in the video.
Boom. Yeah, but the thing is, I don't know if you guys followed the case after the video.
No,
Because the video isn't really 100% everything because we found out more information afterwards.
Oh, I thought the video was everything.
I didn't even.
That was
No,
so,
the
that was so
video-
in depth. I thought that was the whole thing.
The video came out,
Months later.
That was around March. We didn't get the rest of the information until coroner's court time. That's when we got the rest of the information. So
By whom? Like, where did the...
no, it was through the legal channels.
Okay.
So we got it for discovery, for us to work with, and we had already had the video, and based on the trajectory and where people were standing in the video, and then when you compare that with the crime scene photos and all these different stuff, and then you get the report of it's not an autopsy, I can't remember exact pathology report. Once you get that, and you get the entry points and the trajectory of where they go and how they enter the body, when you line that up with the ballistics and the video, it makes no sense at all.
Based on their story.
Based on their stories,
Right.
because they also made reports. So when you put all those into play, nothing makes sense. So when we got the crime scene photos, that's when the person that we brought in, he came to the conclusion, and this came up in coroner's court. He came to the conclusion that all of those shots did not happen at the same time. So now that brings the 2 set of shots that was being run back in the streets from what we had 2 years ago. Now it all makes sense. So
they shot him again. They
put him back in the car and shot him up. So he was really killed once we got the better version of the video, and we was able to get it lightened up by the professionals. They were able to see the muzzle shots, the exact muzzle shots. So the person standing in the door is the one that shot him. It was the initial 9 shots. And then based on the crime scene specialist that analyzed the scene, he's a crime scene reconstructor. He then came to the conclusion that his body was put back in the car and then shot up the multiple of times to make it seem as though they all shot at once, because now you can't look guilty if you all saw a gun. Yeah. But then it makes no sense, because where they're standing in the video and their reports as to where they're standing does not line up with the trajectory of the shots. Right. So if you this close to the car, how did you achieve a shot this low in the door? You know what I mean? Also, where the casings landed, casings only bounce so far. Yeah. You know what I mean? They only bounce so far. So you have a set of casings that's way back here in the yard, and then you have a set of casings that's right by the door. So now that then, because the people in the video, if you see, they were standing to the front of the car, they had their guns drawn. Yeah. But they didn't actually shoot. Yeah. Because then there would have been shots directly coming through the windshield. Yeah. Because they were standing in front of the windshield. The shots came from this angle with the door open. So,
because I was trying to look at the video and see like where all these shots could have come from. I didn't see. The video wasn't clear, first of all, but I only think I saw like one muzzle spot.
Christian did a good job with the video, because we only had so much information. Right. You know what I mean? And we know there was 45 shots. You see what I'm saying? And we're very grateful, honestly, to Christian, because he has a huge platform. You know what I mean? So for him to go and do that was so helpful for the case. It was extremely helpful, because I think the most important thing about everything was just the fact of Azario's name becoming some beacon of hope. And that is what happened. Right. Like the whole country right now is concerned, and they're looking into how their family members died, what really happened.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't hear about the situation until the video came out.
Exactly.
So I can imagine how much other people didn't know about the story until seeing the video.
So even though the video doesn't have like all of the accurate information that was found out in coroner's court, because there was only so much information.
But it had enough to spark an investigation.
It had enough to definitely show Bahamians what is going on. Right. You know what I mean? You can't, like, everything is caught on tape. And all of the guy checking the cameras, this, that, all that is true. Yeah. The gloves.
Everything there.
All that is real. You know what I mean? So, I'm just grateful for that.
Yeah, that wasn't the entire video. It was more to that video than what we saw in that clip.
No, they actually only gave us up to 9/12. So after responding officers came on the scene, we could see where they arrived at 9/12. But you don't see EMT, you don't see funeral cars, you don't see, you know what I mean, ambulance, none of that. Right. And that's when we believe the second set of shots happened.
So you all suspect at that time they probably already take those tapes and shut the tapes off.
They didn't get rid of that part of it. It may be somewhere, you never know, because somebody always trying to hold something on someone. Right. So it's probably somewhere for somebody to save their tail. Because how high up this corruption cover-up goes, I have no idea. Yeah.
So I have a question. I remember in the video they saw all the persons leaving the bar. None of those persons even reached out and say, well, this is what happened, this is what happened. Everybody kept their mouth shut?
They're not going to do that. How would you feel knowing you've been to that bar? I don't knock them people, I don't knock them people. I love my brother. But I don't knock them people, because how would you feel if you at a bar, right? Mm-hmm. He's supposed to be police. And even after he gets shot and you leave, you know what happened because you was personally there. Mm. Are you going to open your mouth when you know fellas then shoot this fella up, put him in the gun, shoot him back up?
Imagine what they get with me. So
you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't really 100% like, I don't really blame them. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Azario was meant, because he used to ask my daddy all the time, when God going to do the good works through me? You know what I mean? So I feel like this was my brother good works. Like, he's going to make a huge difference in the Bahamas, because we ain't going to shut up. until they make justice, and not just for him. They need to revamp the system completely.
Completely.
Because it's no way that we could find the resources. And that wasn't easy. You know, when it's presented and stuff and people see the newspapers and whatever, like that wasn't easy. That's real sacrifice to get that money together to do what we had to do. Right. But we just one family. $5 million budget was just put into independence, celebrating independence, but the police force is corrupt. My thing is invest that into proper training, behavioral analysis, a salary for an actual psychiatrist to exist on the police force and not a chaplain. You can't send men off into the country with guns in their hand that could kill another human being without understanding whether they're psychologically and mentally equipped. You know what I mean? It's just, I just feel as though there's further work that need to be done in the police force to have these policemen informed further than shoot to kill. Because...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just want to say because I feel like it's given these police loopholes to take advantage.
I'll say this, and I always say this on the podcast. 90% of those police officers you see on the force get put on the force to write tickets. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's the only thing they know how to do.
One thing I could say, the police force does not know how to investigate. No. They don't really even care about investigating. And because it's crazy to me, because I know for a fact that you can be charged with a crime without enough evidence, sufficient evidence. Because, like you said, the whole system needs to be revamped. It is a system, because why? They're going to charge you because lawyers need jobs. Prison officers need jobs, judges need jobs. So you get charged, you get remanded, you get your lawyer, you get bail, you now have to fight the case through court when you're innocent from jump. But you're being charged because it's a system. Makes no sense. And you could tell these people, well, I was to work this day, they wouldn't even go to your work in jail. Like, it's crazy. Like, they don't do the investigation. From they get you as the person, that's it. You now, your family don't have the money. You sit in jail until they can afford bail. And now you run a bunch of criminals, so now you learn how to be a criminal. There's
a lot of things our justice system missing in this country. A lot of things. From forensic, ballistics, all those things. I think they need to put more money into those things.
Exactly. Bringing those into the country.
Exactly.
Because right now, criminals are getting smarter. Criminals are getting smarter, okay?
The ones on the force
Crime is evolving, and not just regular crime. With all of this exposure to social media, we've had more domestic crimes with women. We've had stalkers. We've had children going missing.
A lot.
Who is equipped to investigate this without any type of education and behavioral analysis? How are they actually going to find the stalker?
Exactly. And it seems as though we shy on calling in for help. Like it's very rare I hear them sending or ask for assistance from different countries.
Only if it affects the reputation of power. That's the only time I see it goes crazy.
But the thing about it is, if we do invest and get deeper into these things, it open up some more jobs. That's another career that people could go off to school to study. Because now you want to be a forensic scientist, because now you're getting in depth with the investigation of the crime scene. You can really solve these crimes. Even when it comes to some of these other murders that are committed by other people, and they collect whoever they want to collect.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like on gunpowder residue, I'm not sure if we do that here.
No, they send off for it. But they do have that. Okay. I won't knock them on that. They do have the ability to send off for GSR kits. We should budget should be going into us having proper labs. Yeah.
They worry about that thing. No, they worry about that salary.
And the crazy thing is, it's actually more expensive because GSR actually expires.
Right.
Between a certain amount of time.
Right.
Yeah.
So
you gotta get it done. So
the expedition of getting that down there increases the budget. And getting it back.
That's crazy though. That's crazy.
This country is built of corruption though.
But we'd love to see justice served to you and your family, because that's total injustice. Like that. It's so sad to see things like that happening in this little country, you know? For whatever reason, I don't think that should happen to nobody, and I hope that any other family that has to go through something like this, they can see justice. You know what I mean? Because I don't think, to be honest with you, I'll be completely honest, things like this, it isn't going to stop.
No.
You know what I mean? Let's just hope that it gets better and seeing everything through. Putting the people in prison that need to go in prison and should be in prison for these crimes. That's a crime. That's murder.
And if they wasn't so strong and adamant about getting justice, they would have swept that under the rug, and that would have been that, bro.
Yeah.
That would have been that. And it's happened so many times.
Had that been a family that wasn't so adamant about seeing things through, or didn't have the resources,
the
I
intelligence,
don't know, you know
everything.
what I mean? I'm not gonna say that you guys, you know, because it's obvious that you were able to do what you had to do for your family member, but a lot of people don't have that. They don't have that ability,
and that's why we want to actually, moving on to even keep Azario's name going. We want to create something that's going to keep Bahamians informed as to, because like you said, it's really not just about the funds. It's also about the mental capacity and being able to understand your rights and knowing exactly how politics operates, because that's really how we got around this. The funds, we was blessed with by God to do certain things, but had we not understood politics, we would have lost just by not doing our research the minute it happened. Right. Because with all those hours, it gives people time to get rid of things, cover up this, that, and the third.
You was on your game you heard about it. That's amazing. You know what I mean? Because like you say, the mental capacity, a lot of people don't think in those instances.
And my dad, he is headstrong. Like my family, you know, they say the man is the head of the house. So my dad is very, 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 very headstrong. My mommy is going to be behind him no matter what. Me, I grew up next to my daddy from I was a child. I did everything with him. Now I'm in construction. I learned that from him. So my brothers, all of us, the same way. So when it comes to family and it comes to, we don't like people playing us like we stupid. You know what I mean? It's like when you have a high level of intuition, and I feel like God created it that way for this particular purpose. You know what I mean? God made it all happen this way for this particular purpose, because Azario's name is going much further than just Azario. You know what I mean? He's creating hope. Like, I see people come up to me. I go on downtown one day, because I never used to come outside because, you know, these police and stuff. So I gone downtown one day. I'd stopped taking bookings because I didn't want my face and stuff to be on flyers to make myself a target. So I stopped doing the bookings, and one day I took a booking for this boat trip. And I went downtown to get a swimsuit, and the girl was like, all them in there was like completely freaking out. She gave me a whole discount. She was telling the people they need to give me swimsuit free for what my family doing for the Bahamas. And it's just crazy the way his name like just creating so much light and so much. So we really want to be able to help Bahamians be informed as to, don't just take everything for what it is. You know what I mean? This style of politics, because it all really wraps around politics. It isn't just the police force is corrupt. It's politics, because it all runs behind how we are trained to elect our leaders. We're not trained to elect our leaders through intellectual factors. It's more through beneficial factors. Yep. So now when you've spent your life investing into, I's a PLP, I's a F&M, when something happened to your loved ones, you know what you're going to think? I know the MP, but I could fix this. By the time you then get to the MP, two days later, MP can't do nothing for you, because majority rule at the end of the day. Politics is politics, and they can have each other back regardless.
MP, you might not even get to see them.
You know what I mean?
You might not get to see them.
So yeah,
he didn't get the memo. Hey, if so and so come to you, this is what the story is.
Yeah. And then too, you can't even blame them sometimes, because everybody fighting for something, everybody fighting for a career.
Exactly. If he loses his seat, he loses his career. He blackballed because he tried to help you.
Exactly.
So yeah.
So nobody really know who to play their cards on or who to roll their dice on. You know what I mean?
You had mentioned earlier finding an investigative team that you guys work with from California. You said that was hard.
What, finding the team?
Yeah.
It wasn't really hard. I didn't say it was hard. It was difficult for us to pay for it.
Oh, okay.
That was the
That's what you're
hard
saying.
part.
Okay. I thought you meant like it was difficult for you guys to find somebody that's willing to take.
No, we got somebody through the first lawyer that we had. She found this person for us because initially we told her that we want a private investigator not from here.
Yeah. Okay.
We want a ballistics team because we had already had the car. So we had already planned that. And she found somebody that was reputable through her law firm.
You know, that was a good move too, to find somebody not in the Bahamas because they could be corrupted as well.
Exactly.
They could reach out to them and,
Because it's so simple. And we've seen it happen to us.
Yeah.
We've seen it happen to us. People distance themselves because they don't want, affiliation with the whole thing. Some people thinking about danger. Some people thinking about, but like I say, I can't blame them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because we love Azario. We know Azario. That's why we try to encourage families. Nobody can stand up for you
like your family.
Like your family. You know what I mean? Family is a serious thing. And in the Bahamas, I feel like we've found so much different places to place our trust and to, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have where people connect more with friends than home, and they forget about the importance of building that bond at home. But nobody can look out for you more than everybody have their problems in family. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about immediate family. But you have to be there for them. Like if you grow up with your brother, and my brother, when he died, all I could remember is I got this glue stick thing on my leg, and like the hot glue gun.
Yeah, you burned me with that?
No, I was making some Mother's Day present for my mommy or whatever. And I got the glue gun, and I was like young. He's 2 years older than me, so I burned myself, and he lifted me into the tub and put me under the cold water and sucked the glue off of my thigh. Wow. Who am I to sit here and let them shoot him up and say nothing? You know what I mean? You got to take family serious. And I feel like hopefully this situation encouraged Bahamians to really take family serious, because people only feel passion through you. It's the same thing with music. Anything you want to do in life, nobody's going to believe in you until they see how much you believe in yourself.
That's what anything in life is, correct.
Everything in life.
Yeah, you're right.
So you can't blame people when they don't support you, because in everything you got to earn that respect. And you got to put your foot down. And once you show that you're not wildering, you're not moving, then is when a movement comes.
Yeah. They can see your passion for sure. Everyone can see your passion.
Thank you.
The commitment, the intelligence. All that plays a major part. That was good.
We wish nothing but the best for you and your family. It was brilliant for you to come on here and speak about what happened. I think everyone needs to hear the story. And I'm sure that justice will be served.
Thank you.
Positive about that. Do you have anything we looking forward from you in the future?
Well,
you there's the mood a little bit.
There's a lot of stuff. I just want to thank y'all first for really
it's a pleasure.
reaching out as well to hear about the story and being genuinely, consistent about it and patient about it, because it was a lot that we had to wait on before we could even speak on certain stuff. Right. So on behalf of me and my family, they definitely appreciate it. They heard about y'all from y'all first hit me up. Really? Yeah, so they know. So I told them, I'm going to do the podcast with them now. Because that was months ago when y'all first hit me. So we definitely appreciate it. On a lighter note, with what do I have coming up? Well, I have the tape, Princess to the Islands. That's coming out in September. I don't have an exact date yet, but it's going to be definitely an international sound. It's going to be big. And I think it's definitely going to take my career to the next level.
I glimpsed that video you did on IG the other day.
Which one?
That was a music video when you were shaking up on the mannequin.
On the mannequin for sports mode.
I never saw a mannequin catch out on my life.
Listen, we was downtown, me and Bakers, Bahamian Trey on that with me. Shout out Bahamian Trey, that's my dog for sure.
Right.
He's a real one. Anybody that think Bahamian Trey ain't like what he is on social media, it ain't that. The dude is real. No, because every time since we did sports mode, people realize, we know each other. They'd ask me like, is he the same way as he is? He is a sweet person. Trey was the first person on the radio to give me access to speak freely about my brother.
That's love.
And that's the radio. You know how much balls that take?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? He showed me love and he did not know me. I reached out to him on Instagram and that's how we became close.
Nice.
So we was down there doing the sports mode video. He's doing some content and I saw the mannequin, so I was like, I wonder if this go viral and shake up on the mannequin.
So do you travel a lot for your music? Or you mostly just do what you say, work home here?
No, I travel a lot. Like when I started music, bro, my first video, because I'm a businesswoman. So a lot of people that saw me switch to music, they were surprised. They were saying things like, I really don't go over my business or whatever. So when I started music, I had this mindset like, I gotta go big. Exactly,
and
it's a business.
A lot of Bahamians need to get in their head too.
You're right.
Music just ain't a hobby.
No,
music is a business.
it's disrespectful when you call it a hobby, actually, because it's a lot of work.
Exactly.
So when I started, I was like, I want my first video be foreign, so I saved like $8,000 for this first song, Ego, when I was sure this was gonna be my hit because I was making music for a year before I dropped first. And I went to LA, it ain't hit. $8,000 down the gym. That's okay. So
that's an investment, man.
Yeah, it was great. But I actually met the first person that was international that told me I was gonna be a star. He was the videographer from LA. And he told me, so that pushed me heavy. So me and Keith came back. We went to London a few times to shoot videos. We went to Atlanta. That's when I did the song with Keisha Day.
Okay.
Yeah, I sold my car for that feature, but that was during COVID.
Wow.
You really dedicated to his music. That's good though.
But
That's the dedication.
You gotta make it that kind of
I love to see
dedication.
that.
You gotta make it that kind
I
of.
love to see that. Like you gotta be passionate about what you do. Yeah? Like you said earlier, that's the only way others could catch your passion. When they see what you about and they see you serious about your shit.
they'll
They could click on.
But it went good, man. Then I got the call to Jamaica. Me and the team went to Jamaica. We shot the Charlie Black video. The song went crazy. It blew my mind because I had 13 monthly listeners before I go on there.
Right.
That blew my listeners to like Sunday to Sundays now on 500,000 playlists on Spotify.
That's dope.
It is a huge song. I went to tour immediately. Like everything happened in 3 months. They took me on tour in Europe. We toured when I went on stage. People singing the song. The song only been out that song completely.
How did that make you feel in that moment?
I was so freaked out. I felt like my brother was like up there doing something because it all happened so fast and I had never been on a stage in front of. I used to go to open mics pretending like I on stage in front of people performing for free.
Yeah.
But to actually be there.
Yeah, that was crazy.
How come we don't have no festivals over here? That's what I need us to get into. Y'all artists need to get together and let's try to put together a festival.
When festival be stuff is like when you bought them doing the Big Bang, eh?
Everyone have a festival. They got Rolling Loud in Miami. They Coachella in California. They get Summer Jam in New York.
We think we
We
get
need
enough.
something here.
You think we get enough artists for it?
Well, yes, we do.
Well-known
I
artists?
think so.
We do. We do have a lot of artists, as well as we can incorporate different artists.
Artists.
I feel like a lot of artists down here that are, I know a lot of artists that are really good artists down here that honestly don't get the recognition because of the cliques that they're not in. You know what I mean?
That's another thing too, yeah.
Like even with me, I don't have no bunch of like clout for real down here, you know? Like I ain't no clout chaser, so I ain't looking for it. I'm not a person that like rub shoulders or like, you know the game that they play down here to like, you know, you play friends with people so you could get in their circle and then you get in their circle, so now you have loyalty through clout, not through real love. Yeah. You know what I mean? Just this whole facade thing going on.
The whole Bahamian thing.
The whole Bahamian thing, you know, and that's just not my, that's not my way of operating. I'm an energy person. I like genuine energy. I like, vibes. I don't like, like hidden intentions and stuff like that. I'm not never going to present that to nobody, so I don't want nobody to present that to me. So I feel like a lot of artists down here lose out because they're not really interested in
The clicking up thing.
the clicking, because artists ain't like that.
Right.
Like if you was a real artist, it takes a lot like for you to really like be clicky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Artists are very like strange people, very to themselves, very like, you know what I mean? So I feel like there's a lot of artists here that do get recognitions that are great, but I also feel like these artists that are not getting recognition should be getting recognition because their music and they work really hard. Yeah. I'm not just speaking for myself, other artists as well. And I also feel like this is important to mention. The music industry has like different parts to it. You have the artist, which is the brand. You have the DJs. And then you have all of the teams behind everybody. I feel like the DJs in the Bahamas don't completely, not insulting in any type of way, but they don't completely understand the role of DJs in music. If you get what I'm saying. Respectfully, because the role is to introduce the audience to new music. You know what I mean? I understand the bookings and everything, but when you go to other places in the world, DJs are excited to work with artists because they understand the revenue that accompanies that. They understand the expansion that can come from creating a brand that collides rather than a brand that separates. Because truthfully and economically, a DJ's brand only goes so far. You get what I'm saying? And that's business-wise. That's not me insulting anybody in no type of way, but I just feel like when it comes to music, I'd like to see the DJs really try to work with artists more. Like, you should take on the challenge to say, I could pop this artist. You know what I mean? Because that's when you're really a DJ. You could make the whole club fall in love with a song. That's
But
DJing.
DJs in the Bahamas, they do the Bahamian thing.
Yeah, they clicky too.
Yeah, they do the
Yeah,
Bahamian
they
thing.
clicky.
ain't
So
about
it'd be weird, but I want to show the bigger picture, and I don't even want y'all cut this out because I feel like if people understand the bigger picture and they see the dream beyond what exists, you know what I mean, they would open up more to understanding what comes with work. That's a whole different type of journey. You got DJs that would kill, like when you go to Jamaica and you go to the States and you go to Europe and this, that, and the third, and you see these artists perform, the DJs listen to the artists. The artists will get mad at DJs just for having their sound off and that DJ changing, making sure everything's straight, because that is how you shine. You know what I mean? I agree. So, yeah, they need to change that down here. And there's more money in connecting with an artist, but you just got to have faith. You can't consider whether you can torch your career, because if you try with one and it don't work, fix the blueprint and try another.
They in it for the long game.
Yeah.
They in it for the
just for the money.
Yeah, they in it for the next party.
Yeah.
They want to be the hypest DJ so they could be on the next poster for the next party, because that's what $500 whatever a booking, or maybe 1,000, depends where you go in. Like, and like you said, it's the clicky and the cloud thing too. That's
Yeah, because if you look at it, DJs phase in and out. We all know that. So when you phase in, you have a long phase. Let's say you have about 5-6 years. But then when the younger fellas come up and they playing different, you know what I mean? Now, when you become less relevant, what happens? Your booking fee has to decrease.
Yeah, you get on anything now. You get
Boom.
$100.
So the best thing to do when you have those hype 5 years, you make use of that to expand your career and your revenue and your connections for longevity.
Yeah. But they ain't thinking that way.
They ain't thinking that way.
Because remember, a few years ago, it was Stutter, Jimbo, them niggas, Nas, is AJ, Overdose, Tank, and so forth. You know what I mean? Like you're saying, so like every couple of years, some new
Remember,
guys
it was
moving in.
Chronic, Pencil,
Yeah.
stuff like that. Big respect to all of them, you know. Big respect to all of them, because a lot of DJs have shown me love.
Yeah, man,
But a lot of DJs, yeah, shout out to the DJs, bro. A lot of them have shown me love, but a lot of y'all don't. That's on period. For true, because I feel like I work hard in this game. I work hard in this game to earn my respect, bro. And niggas them don't play my music.
You got it from us.
So
You have any Bahamian artists that you want to work with? that you haven't yet?
I really want to do something with Wendy. We supposed to do something together, so I hope that goes through. Just timing hasn't
Wendy, if
really
you
come
listening
together
to
yet.
this, you hear it?
Wendy's my dog for sure.
Hear your voice.
She support me, yeah.
You have any other female rappers that Bahamian rappers you know about?
Boy, there's this girl, Bobby.
She young?
She young.
You know what you
No, I've never heard of her.
Bobby is hard. I've been in the studio with her.
No Bobby, now they have Bobby.
I know a Lady Mills. I think Lady Mills changed her name.
Lady Mills hard too. Lady Mills
That's
hard
the
too.
only female rapper I know.
I never worked
Besides
personally with Lady Mills, but she showed me support when I first came out, and I showed support. I like her music. She hard as hell. Bobby,
So we got
she cut different. Bobby going crazy. That girl could rap, and I've been to the studio with her. And her passion, because passion is how you identify them. You know, like the real ones. Bobby, different boy, and the female that did, I like her too. I don't know her name though.
Who was that?
Touch one, touch all. You gotta feel. Touch one, touch all.
Yeah,
get
she bad
feel.
too.
You cannot handle. Go get dismantled.
Yeah,
I
but-
try to.
She have a lot of collaboration.
She is hot. I heard that on TikTok, and I never get to find out who it is yet.
Yeah, she bad.
She bad, eh?
Yeah, she bad.
Yeah, she bad, way. I just like her flow, way.
What do you think, before we get out here, what do you think we need to do for our music to expand to a larger scale, more worldwide or industry scale, like Bahamian artists, local artists?
I think
What do you think is holding us back from that, man?
I think what holding Bahamian artists back is the ability to dream. Because when you dream, you find a way. But you have to dream in order for you to have that motivation, because waking up every morning mentally is draining to do something over and over and not get results. So the dreaming part of it, because so much things that go on around the world has not happened here yet. We haven't had an artist that push and break and blow. You know what I mean? We had Bahamian.
That was it?
That was ages ago. You know what I mean? Big up to Bahamian. But I think it's just the sight. Like it's like a sight that's blinded. So you have a lot of artists that would say, "Oh, you know, I was a little artist." Somebody come to tell me that, I'd be like, "Wait, you ain't no little artist, bro. You better call yourself the big whatever your last name is if you want to do a song with me, because you coming on with that energy. Because when you's an artist, you got to believe you's the biggest thing popping. And if you don't believe you's the biggest thing popping, the confidence ain't gonna be in the music, and the people ain't gonna feel the music. So that's what really lacking. Because if people really understand how far they could get and they gain that passion and that motivation, they'll find ways, instead of going to the club and spending quarter of your paycheck on Hennessy, you go and you buy yourself a little wardrobe. You go find yourself a producer. Like my producer, Keith will tell you, I chased Keith for almost a year, bro. I used to write songs on all the Keith beats and send that to him, because I was determined this could be my producer. And I had to prove to him that I was passionate about my work. Everybody on my team, I had to prove to them. So the humility need to be there for artists down here. The drive, the ability to dream, the time. You got to treat music with respect. That too. They always saying, like, I do music on the side. Nigga, what? Like, you know what I mean? You can't go to college and pass and say I do college on the side. Like, you can't go to work and say I can file on the side. Like, you can't do that. So either you can be an artist, because time is valuable. You know what I mean? You can't, like, what you going to please yourself? You trying to make money, or you ain't trying to make money, or you trying to extend yourself. But even as an artist, you can't get better without practice, just like everything. So, yeah, that's really what it is. Because when you want it, you can do whatever you have. Like I tell you, I sell my car, bro. I had no transportation. There's the one guy I done one little bluebird.
That speaks volumes.
I sell that.
Trust me, that speaks volumes.
I guess what that was for.
No,
Feature.
I'm not selling blow. That song only got 5.7K views on YouTube right now. But don't worry, she coming.
Keep working. Trust me, keep working.
She coming.
Theo, it was a pleasure to have you on today. I'm so glad that you came and agreed to do this podcast with us.
Thank you.
Continue to do great things. We love what you're doing. We respect what you're doing. We hope that you get justice for you and your family.
Thank you.
Yeah, and keep us posted. Anything you got, send it our way.
Most
You know what I
definitely.
mean? We could try to get more. We fall off a little bit on playing music in this podcast. That's initially what we used to do.
What?
But we got to get back into
Y'all
that.
gotta bust the ItsDia. Don't play with that Princess of the Islands, yo.
We got to get back into that. Got some stuff, man. We can play that. You know
I
what mean?
will.
But yeah, it was great having you on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Until next time, may the universe grant us serenity to accept the things we can't change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. We are out of this.
Yes, sir.